might even try to play this, you know.
Takes.
And try to prove something here.
Yeah, no, rook very strong. Bishop c7.
Bishop,
I'm winning a piece.
Okay,
oh.
This is computer tricks, yeah. So okay, I'll try to define a better move here. Like, anyway, this hasn't happened since h5 has been played.
Oh, this is very bad. Looks, huh? Because now he's trapped himself. Rook b1, check, bishop d3. Come on. Oh,
yep, there is a small problem here.
It seems he blew it.
He's played d6 and not rook b1.
Let's just mention that maybe rook b1 was winning.
Maybe rook b1. Well, not really winning, but it's. Yeah, d6 is very strong too. Rook c5, probably the best defense.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, h5 looks good, you know.
Yes.
Superficially, it looks pretty good. You're taking some space, but you're not even threatening h4, so it's difficult to justify when you can play knight e4 instead.
And the pawn was already coming from h6. I mean, he didn't have this back rank problem there. So trouble again.
Well, my guess is he didn't want to defend this position here. He thought, because it doesn't look so easy, even if you have tactical tricks. I mean, I'm going to play d7, and I'm going to bring the rook here, and I'm going to support.
Yes, but the point is, rook f6 just wins outright the pawn.
No,
and take
it
it. It does. There's. If you look at closer look, I just take it. You would have to play king g4, but
it doesn't. Yeah, it's not really. Yeah. Well, okay. This is a tactical trick which is not easy to spot, even for Nakamura.
Absolutely.
So bishop e2. Good solid move. And Nakamura's problem is not only this d pawn, but also the clock.
Knight e4 is pawn. So there's also rook a1.
So actually, Magnus is not forced to move away with this bishop g3. Well, he does anyway, but he could even leave it and try to come to the 8th with the rook. So but he's played bishop e8,
which the computer considers to be reducing his advantage.
Yeah, but it's hard to understand why. Actually, these are just small nuances.
But it's hard to understand what's he doing.
The problem of what is reducing dramatically is Nakamura's clock. I mean, the time he has on his clock.
Yeah, I would have liked here h4.
And he goes back to f6. So bishop f3 looks like a normal move. He's played it.
And black is again in big trouble, I'm afraid, because there's rook e1 looming.
Yep. King h7 normal also.
Good move. Prophylaxis.
Actually, you can't yet take on. You can't yet move rook e1 because knight d7. And if this, then, well, of course he can take here. He could also give a check on c7. So all this doesn't work. Of course, king h7. And the two other games are also going. I mean, Anand is a pawn down, but he. Oh no, he's not a pawn down. Sorry. Yeah, I thought black had a b pawn.
I think he's just slightly worse, but nothing special.
Yeah, maybe nothing special at all. Yeah.
Yes, and how about?
And just to give you.
Gelfand?
Gelfand is a pawn down, but with the opposite colored bishop. Well, his king is also open, so it's very difficult. Maybe Aronian is better. Still, let's remain focused on this game, Carlsen Nakamura. To find
that was a long touch of the rook, huh?
Well, at least he keeps control on the clock too. He's 50 minutes, 50 seconds, 40 something seconds. Well, according to what we can see, at least. He seems bishop f4, g5.
Rook b5.
He hasn't put the rook on a5 eventually. I thought he had played.
He was hanging over.
All right. That's b5. Bishop c6. Well, it's a better position for white. There is this very
no, it's winning.
Pawn.
No, it's winning. B1 is. Oh, they just blitz on.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to look at the computer.
Yes, that's
here,
true.
Unless
That's
there is
true.
a big blunder.
It doesn't do justice.
The evaluation
to
is
them, yes.
going to swing between +1,
Yes.
around +1, so it's not.
But maybe
King G6.
to win, really, he has to put a rook on the 8th rank in the background.
Yeah, but it's not so easy because Rook A6 can be played.
Yes.
Rook A6 can be played. For instance, after Rook B1, Rook A6. Hard to tell how he. I mean, if you play Bishop B5, okay, but you don't get to the 8th. Fine. It still looks dangerous if the bishop comes. For instance, now, just to give you an idea, the computer seems to believe Bishop B2 is clearly the best move, but why?
Because
why?
You can.
We don't. Okay, he wants
And
to
he wants to
play.
play Rook D6 and wins. That's his idea.
Doesn't, yeah.
It really wins if you can.
So yeah, in a way it's. But why B2? Okay, C3 there is Rook C5, but it's not easy to spot even for a player like Carlsen. And I'm mentioning this because according to the computer he made a few inaccuracies, but this is irrelevant.
Doesn't do justice to them. No.
And it seems Gelfand is doing all right against Aronian. He's won back the pawn he was a pawn down. His king is open anyway, but so what does he play? You see, he's played King H1. Mysterious move, but it's unpleasant for
when you're in time trouble. Such a move.
It's not a pleasant thing to face because maybe he has seen this Rook D6, and then he believes Bishop C7.
Yeah, of course he's scared.
And King H1 also psychologically. It's certainly not a move that Nakamura is thinking about. When you have so little time, what you focus on are concrete measures, concrete moves, or very logical ideas. King H1 is just an empty move, which you have not really, you're not going to see it. H4.
No, very logical. I mean, sometimes you want to play even Knight H5.
Indeed, get some counterplay. It's better for white, but not very easy to keep control on this position because you have a very nice pawn on D7, but black is solid. He has a defensive setup. Plus a few chances against white's king, which is a bit under. So he comes to G1. Maybe he wants to go out, improve the king's position, become active maybe, like to E3, maybe getting to the queen's side. It's clever. It's a very clever way to play. Just 20-something seconds. Bishop E7. With this move we always have to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's gonna come with the king. This must have been the idea. If not now, maybe next month.
You mean as far as this?
Well, actually, as far as this, it is maybe to go as far as there.
Okay.
You never know what I can. I mean, it's king in the end game is a piece, and if you don't play with the king, then basically you're not making use of your full set of pieces. While, of course, in the middle game you remain in security.
It's very hard to make progress with the pieces only, without the king.
So king f2, king f1, maybe bishop b5, rook d6.
Immediately.
Strange decision. Actually, after bishop c5 now, black can sacrifice an exchange and probably make a draw.
That's what. Is it?
I believe. Check. Yeah, that's happening.
That's happening. But he will be tortured.
He will be tortured, but yeah, that's going to happen, as we can see. He's been tortured for most of the game, so I think this is less a torture than what he had like 20, 30 moves ago. There is a draw. There is a draw in one game. It's Gelfand Aronian. We're not going to switch this game, but
it's understandable.
The position is equal.
Yes.
Well, actually, for black now, it's very important to reach a setup where he's going to be able to
almost
be
safe,
very solid. I think the knight on f4 would be a nice place. From f4.
Yes, but even I'm here, king f5, and it's hard to make.
Very hard, yeah. And actually, Nakamura is confident, as you can see. the worst is over.
Let's quickly check the mating attack of Mr. Caruana. I mean,
Mating attack.
look at that queen running around. Let's quickly.
Yeah, we assume this is going to be a draw, so
look
we
at the
switch
queen.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very bad. Anand is probably
Completely
going
lost.
to lose this game again. Oi. This is a pity, eh? I mean, equal material, but these pieces, look at the difference.
Look at this knight. It has been just about on every
Now
square, huh?
But even here, you know, instead it's equal material, but these two pieces are so strong. And see, passivity of the white pieces. So black is winning. So let's go back to Carlsen Nakamura. Not too much has happened.
Yes.
And now there are some questions for Nakamura, basically whether he wants to keep the position as it is or try to exchange more pawns with g4, which might not be too good an idea.
No.
So I think
Just
keeping...
He wants him to show what
And these
what he's got.
pawns here
Of
are
course,
just very
there's some
solid.
struggle with the knight on e5, rook on the 5th. You have to go back to g6, king e4, but even then there's no real threat.
So he's moving towards f4.
So king g6. I think he's just fine.
You know what?
He's just fine, huh?
There was only one thing he has to be careful. Let's say king
You
e4.
mean the pawn endings?
Yeah. Or he's played.
Yes, but I think, yeah.
And now rook
Even
e2. And after knight f4, maybe the rook here.
Is it really? Yeah, that's what we imagine.
And this pawn ending, if he can take here, should be lost, isn't it?
And then f5.
Of course, after rook f4, after rook f2, he's not going to let him take.
Yes.
So he waits first. Rook a2.
Yes, but knight h5 is just, or knight e6, whatever. King d6. Where's the winning maneuver? g4. Now suddenly g4 maybe is really serious and
G4
come up
could
with
be forcing.
yes.
He played it. And actually, you can see on the clock, Carlsen overtook Nakamura because Nakamura has been blitzing his moves since he reached this setup. It's quite easy to play.
It's very well
Carlsen.
played now. I think he's winning the two g pawns then.
Yeah, and he's swapping the g pawns and then it's a draw. So the thing is, after pawn takes g4,
King
g5.
Yeah.
Easiest. It's probably not the only move.
And
then
everything.
you take an h3 and liquidate.
It's gonna know for a draw soon.
It's a draw. While we can believe that Caruana will emerge as the only winner in this round. So king g5, king e7. Carlsen might be checking Aronian's result. He saw that Aronian did not manage to win. That means that the gap will not be smaller.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a full point behind. Well, king g4 seems
Nothing wrong.
nothing wrong. Well, is he going to torture him with rook versus knight?
Yeah, but it's not maybe
This is
not
not so
even
much
winning.
torture.
Yeah, not maybe even not winning
King
the
takes
edge point.
g4. Yeah, this is a draw indeed.
He's going to simply take it.
King g3, right? I mean, knight takes g2 is also a draw, maybe.
One day.
Knight takes g2 immediately would be
Yes,
also a
yeah,
draw.
that's what I'm.
The king is very...
Yeah, but then you must.
Yeah, you must calculate.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to do.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
us, it's easier, of course. Anand is still fighting, but his position is probably hopeless.
Okay, 3. 93. Oh my god.
I don't think he's going to play too long.
Look at Nakamura.
Well, even Carlsen is not very convinced.
What are you doing? I mean,
He's going to take the knight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so let's...
A well-deserved draw.